Hi, it's Jodi. Welcome to episode 16 of Tuesday Tips. Today we are going to talk about how to make a mask with a stamped image. So I'm going to show you a simple technique with that. First, I want to just remind you, if you have not yet, place your order this month with my host code for the Daffodil Daydream free card kit in the mail. I'll put a link to the details here so that you can see what you need to order in order to recreate these cards just as they are shown and to qualify to get all of the consumable supplies you see here in the mail for me for free, along with a tutorial on how to make these cards. So that's my little plug for my free card kit in the mail this month of February. Don't miss out. These are some really, really fun cards. Now, the Daffodil Daydream bundle comes with this stamp set as well as all of these dies. And so what I did first is I took this image right here, stamped it on just some thin like computer paper. You don't want this to be too thick. So I just stamped it on that computer paper with my black ink and cut it out with one of the dies. Now I'm going to show you how you can use this piece as a mask. So I'm going to pull in this piece of basic white cardstock and take my Memento black ink. Sometimes when it's a larger image like this and a larger block, I like to stamp or ink it up rather this way, just so that it's less awkward than me holding that block and trying to get it evenly across the ink pad. So I put my ink on like that, and then I'm just going to stamp this in the center of this piece of basic white. Okay, so I've got it like that. Now, you've seen me do lots of coloring with the blends, lots of ways to color. But what I want to do on this one is leave it white. Leave the flower image white. What I want to do is add some Daffodil Delight ink around the edges of it with one of our blending brushes. So what I'm going to do is take this piece that I cut out and set it carefully right over this piece here. Now, you have some options. If you're concerned that this might move a little bit, you could tack it down just a tiny bit with like some removable adhesive, or you could take like just a little piece of a Post-it and line it up and just kind of hold it there while you're working on the other parts, and then move it, whatever you want to do. Personally, I just kind of hold it with my fingers and move my fingers around. But regardless, you don't want your mask to move. So what I'm going to do is tap my blending brush on that daffodil ink. I'm going to tap it here just to see how heavy it is. And then I'm going to start on top of the flower. So see, it's okay to get ink right on that flower. And I'm just kind of pushing it out. I don't want to go too far out, but I'm just pushing it from the flower out around the edges a little bit. I tap a little bit more. And it's going to be different every time you do it, but I think you get the general idea. Now, okay, so I've got ink all over, right? Now, let me get some right in the middle, actually. Now I'm going to lift this scrap piece off and look at how dramatic that is. Okay, so I set it on, I mask it off, do a little bit more right in here. And then when I pull it off, it's just so stunning to see that stark white background image. So this little piece, stamp it first, flimsy computer paper, die cut it, set it over the image that you stamp, add the ink with your blending brush, and then take it off and you've got that gorgeous piece. Such an easy thing to do. We've talked about masking. I mean, Stampin' Up! Has some decorative masks that do patterns. You can use a shape to do masking, but you can also use a die cut stamped image to do some masking. And then of course I could just add it to some layers here, add some of these little butterfly embellishments, a greeting, whatever I wanted to do. So I will finish this off and share that completed project with you. But I just wanted to come out quick and show you this really easy tip that just adds a lot to your project. So have fun playing with that. I'd love to see what you create. Have a great day.